This is Tom's story time. I'm going to tell you a story about eating sushi. And this story will make you a better human being, a better person, a more successful person.
Take effing action, put it together, and subscribe to Tom Penn's channel on YouTube now. Yeah, I like it. It's crazy.
So you like sushi? You like sashimi? You like to go to Japanese restaurant and have like slices of salmon and tuna, maybe tuna belly, all the different kind of fish, wasabi. I love it. I love doing that. Of course, we can't not do that today because of the lockdown in Ho Chi Minh City. So we are mostly staying home, all of us. That's why I'm kind of growing a beard right now because I'm not meeting a lot of people these days. So I'm just letting the beard grow. And eventually I'll probably give up like taking a shower and stuff. Why bother, right? Nobody's gonna see me. Well, except maybe the girls, but I don't know, whatever, right? They don't care. I am gonna tell you a story about sushi and sashimi. The Japanese people, they love their fish. You know that, right? They love their fish, and they love their fish fresh. When you have sashimi, the fish needs to be fresh. The Japanese people are very picky. They can tell good fish from stale fish, from frozen fish. They know this fish is frozen. They know this fish is fresh. They can tell the difference. They put a lot of price on fresh fish. Fresh, good fish. Caught in the ocean, brought to shore, and sliced and diced, ready to eat. That's what the Japanese people want and value. A lot of humans on this planet. I don't know if you know, there's an overpopulation of people. People are shit. There's just too much of us. And we're depleting the ocean. There's so much fishing boats from all countries getting all the fish. So there are less and less fish in the ocean. So these fishing boats, they have to go further away to catch the fish. Before, the fishing boat could just go out, not far from the port, and they can find the fish, get the fish, bring it back, easy living. But now, these boats have to go much further into the deep ocean to find the fish. And then these boats tend to get bigger and bigger and bigger as well, so that they can go out there for a long period of time and catch a lot more fish and come back to shore and sell their fish. But there's a problem. The longer the boat is out in the ocean, the fish will die. Because you bring the fish onto the boat, they get stale, maybe they don't get enough oxygen, and they will die on the boat. So they start freezing those fish. But then again, the Japanese consumer can tell the difference, right? If the fish is frozen, they don't like it. And the fishermen cannot sell frozen fish for a lot of money. So what do? Okay, so they put a small tank in the fishing boat. They catch the fish, they put the fish in the tank. And then many days later, the fishing boat would come back to shore. But there's still a problem. Because the fish are in the tank, they just stay there and they're not moving. So the flesh is not as delicious anymore. It's not fresh. And the Japanese people, they can tell this is not fresh fish. This is not ocean caught fresh fish. The fishermen cannot command high price for this type of fish. So the fishermen, they want to go out and catch the fish, but they want to sell it at high price. What do? They thought long and hard, and this is what they came up with. They put a small shark in the fish tank, and the small shark will chase the fish around the tank. So it will give the fish a lot of exercise. By the time the boat gets back to the shore, the fish did a lot of exercise. They're still strong. Their meat is still delicious. So the fishermen can sell high price for these type of fish. The fish that stay in a tank where a shark would go around the tank and eat them. And yes, the shark will eat some of the fish. And the fishermen consider that as the cost of doing business, right? Yes, you put a shark in the tank, the shark will eat some of the fish, but the rest of the fish will be strong, will be delicious. The Japanese consumer will buy at high price. That's how the Japanese fishermen solve that problem. So I said this story will make you a better, more successful person. What do I mean by that? Can you think about it? Why would this story make you a more successful person? Why would this story make you a better human being? Let's think about it. Why don't you stop the video right now and comment below and tell me what you think? Why this story is inspirational. It can help you become a more successful person. Comment below. I think there's so many perspectives on the story I want to share with you. But first, you stop the video and write below, and then I will give you my interpretation of the story. All right? Do that now. Okay. I assume you did that, and you came back. If you didn't, you're a fucking idiot. I'm going to look at the story in multiple perspectives, all right? So one, I'm going to look at the story from an organizational perspective. So imagine the fish tank is a team or a company, organization. You have a mission, you want to achieve something, you have a certain goal, you have a purpose. And when you have a group of people that sit in your company, in your team, in your organization, and they're not being challenged, they're not being pushed to their limit. They're just sitting there, relaxing, having their morning coffee, 2-hour lunch, afternoon coffee, go home at 5. They're not being challenged. They're not being told to do anything difficult. You end up with a team of people that are incompetent, incapable, not talented. Just like the tank of fish. Nobody wants them because the consumers see them as not delicious fish. And when you have an organization where you do not challenge your people will turn into basically shit. It's bad for you because they're not going to produce results for you, and it's bad for them because they will not develop essential skills that they can later on go to another company and get higher salary, or stay in your company and get promoted and get more money, right? It's bad for their career development. It's also bad for your company. So when you have a team of people, you want to keep them challenged. Maybe it's to make them do something very difficult. Maybe it is to give them a very tough leader. Maybe it's to give them very high goals. And then some people will leave. Some people will quit. Some people will say, fuck this shit. I can't do it. I don't want to do it. This is stupid. This is a stupid company, and they will leave. There's a lot of people like that. They're fucking losers, right? There are people like that. That's okay. Just like the shark. The shark is going to eat some of the fish that are not as good. They cannot swim as fast, so they get eaten. And in the same way, when you run an organization, you put challenges in front of your team and you push them. And the people that cannot make it, they cannot do it, they cannot hit their KPI, they cannot accomplish goals for your company, for your team, you gotta let them go. They're like the dead fish eaten by the shark. You have to let them go. You cannot keep them in the tank. They deserve to be eaten. One, you gotta keep your team challenged so that they get better. And that also benefits your organization, your team. And two, if they don't cut the mustard, meaning if they can't hit the goals, the mission that you set out for them, then you gotta cut them, right? They gotta go. They cannot be part of this tank, this company, this team anymore. So that's how I see it from an organizational perspective. Now, from an individual perspective, right? From a personal perspective, I think it's also very important that we look at it from an individual perspective. If you're not being challenged, you will atrophy. It's like if you stop exercising, you will lose your muscles. You'll lose your muscle tone. If you stop exercising, for example, maybe you cannot run as far as before. Maybe before you can run 6 miles, 12 kilometers, 10 kilometers. But now, because you stop exercising, maybe you can only do 2. People need to be challenged. In order for people to stay in shape, to stay fit, to be good, to be competent, capable, to be the best that they can be, they have to be pushed. They have to be challenged. They must be challenged. They must be pushed harder and harder and harder. This month, you're gonna do 3 orders. Next month, you have to do 5 orders. The month after that, you have to do 8 orders. And then a year from now, you have to do 30 orders in a month. You have to challenge and push yourself. Because if you just want to do 2 orders a month, or if you just want to live 9 to 5, or if you just want to like work 6 hours a day and get basic salary, or if that's all you want, you will never grow. You will become stale. You will become a person that provides no value to anyone. Your company or any company or community, society, you provide nothing. You just live a miserable life, right? You just live a miserable life eating instant noodles because that's all you can afford. And at the same time benefiting no one. You gotta push yourself, is what the story is telling us. And sometimes when you push yourself, you gotta put yourself in front of danger. You're the fish, and the shark is chasing you. Swim around the tank to stay alive. That's danger. When people are in danger, they discover what they can do. When there's a lion chasing you down the road, you discover how fast you can run. You never knew you could run so fast. You have to be challenged in order to discover your true potential. And that's what I truly believe. And that's why I keep on saying that you should always do something scary every day. I always do something scary. I like fast cars, I like fast motorbikes for a reason. Because I like to scare myself. I jump out of perfectly good airplanes in Canada. I jump out of the planes and I open my parachute, I land. It's a sport. It's fun. Most people would find that scary. I would really like to do some bungee jumping, but I couldn't find any such place in Vietnam. If you know, comment below. I would like to do it because I like to scare myself. Constantly want to push my limits because I know if I don't do that, I will atrophy. I will become less than I can be. And it's only when I continue to push myself, then I will be valuable not only to myself, meaning making a lot of money, but also serving the community, helping my employees, basically supporting 400 families today because I have 400 employees. Only because I continue to push myself, only because I continue to challenge myself. And you should do the same. You do not want to be frozen fish. You do not want to be stale fish that nobody wants. Maybe the moral of the story is that you shouldn't be a fish. You should be a shark. All right? I don't know what that means. Take fucking action and don't be a fucktard.